Hello, welcome, and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Gumansing, topping our newscast tonight. As we reported Tuesday, federal agents raided Golden Grove Prison late Monday night and into Tuesday for illegal contraband. A warrant was executed for the search as part of an ongoing investigation into activities at the prison. News 2's Erica Parsons has more.
Golden Grove Prison was the site of a federal raid late Monday night and Tuesday morning. U.S. Attorney Ronald Sharp said in a statement that a federal search warrant was executed, giving agents the power to search inmate cells and common areas for illegal contraband, weapons, controlled substances, and cell phones. The prison shakedown is part of an ongoing investigation into the smuggling of illegal contraband by inmates and others, according to the release. No arrests were made in connection with Tuesday's raid, but the affidavit supporting the warrant points the finger at some corrections officers or COs as being directly involved with the smuggling. According to the affidavit, many inmates have illegal contraband on a regular basis, and COs are often paid by prisoners to smuggle certain items to them. Those items are then hidden somewhere inside the prison. Cell phones are often used to arrange and carry out the smuggling operations, and U.S. Attorney Sharp said, "In the hands of inmates, they pose a serious threat to the security of the prison. They can be used to commit further crimes, run criminal organizations from inside prisons, intimidate witnesses, plot escapes, and facilitate drug trafficking inside the prison." The affidavit also reveals startling statistics. Inmates are usually tipped off by prison officials prior to a search. There have been 11 stabbing incidents within the prison, including one fatality since November 2012. Cell phones were used to arrange a murder-for-hire plot against 2 COs. Nearly 90% of prisoners are in daily possession of contraband, and 51 prison cells at Golden Grove have been searched during a 2-year period between 2012 and 2014. They resulted in the seizure of marijuana, weapons, cell phones, chargers, SIM cards, and cable boxes. Now, 2 COs were recently arrested attempting to smuggle contraband into the prison, but investigators say that hasn't slowed the illegal traffic into Golden Grove. Reporting for News 2, I'm Erica Parsons.
Federal prisoners awaiting trial or transfer are housed at Golden Grove. Officials say the details of the search will be made public at a later date. Delegate to Congress Donna Christensen today welcomed the development of a biennial Caribbean border counter-narcotics strategy by President Obama's Office of National Drug Control Policy. Congresswoman Christensen said that ONDCP by law is required to submit the strategy by May 17, 2014. Congresswoman Christensen and Resident Commissioner Perlusi testified before the House Homeland Security Committee in 2012, decrying the lack of a Caribbean strategy and asked for the increased deployment of federal assets to stem the tide of drug trafficking and gun violence that has bloated the murder rate in the U.S. Caribbean territories in the last several years. The Caribbean Border Counter-Narcotics Strategy, which was signed into law by President Obama, was on January 17th. Police on St. Croix are seeking the community's assistance in locating anyone who has any information regarding the hit-and-run accident that caused the death of 79-year-old Theodore Phillip. The accident happened around 7:15 p.m. on January 25th on the North Shore Road in the area between the JFK housing community and the Golden Rock Shopping Center.
Seeking information on all other pending cases of fatal vehicle accidents, including 54-year-old Socorro Parija, who died on January 25th after being struck by a vehicle on the Constitution Hill Road. The public is reminded that even cases that happened prior to 2014 are still under investigation. Remember, your information may be the missing piece that will help police bring these cases to a close.
Meanwhile, St. Croix Police Chief James Paris is sending out an early Easter holiday message from the department. He said historically families choose to leave their homes for extended periods and camp out on our pristine beaches during this period. They are asking that every effort be made to properly secure your homes. Be sure that all windows and doors are properly secured and all unnecessary electronics devices are turned off. Additionally, there will be an increase in traffic flow at and around the beaches as campers traverse to and from the campsites. They are urging the motoring public to exercise caution and obey all traffic laws and posted signs. Well, the cause of the death has not yet been determined. However, police have identified the man whose body was recovered Sunday from Banner Bay as Matthew Bailey. 911 dispatchers received reports of a body floating on Sunday around 2:53 p.m. in Brenner Bay, which is located on the south side of St. Thomas near Secret Harbor. St. Thomas Rescue, VITEMA, VIPD, Emergency Medical Services, DPNR, and the Justice Department all responded to the scene. There they found the body floating in the water. Rescue members were able to retrieve the body and bring it up a hill using ropes, pulleys, and harnesses, but they also had to rappel down to the shoreline. The Virgin Islands Water and Power Authority is doing some blasting in preparation for the upcoming switch to propane for power generation. They are moving forward with its LPG construction project at the St. Thomas Randolph Harley plant, beginning on Wednesday, April 9th, and continuing for the next 30 days. The authority's contractor, Vital, will conduct blasting on the hillside southwest of the WAPA facility. There will be very small charges, which will result in very small blasts. WAPA does not anticipate any flying objects during the scheduled blasts. Traffic on the roadway beside the WAPA facilities leading to the airport will be restricted to authorized personnel only. Major General Ronaldo Rivera is responding to Senator Alicia Hansen's request for an update on the military's PX on St. Croix. In an April 2nd letter released from the senator's office, the Adjutant General said that his staff has been working tirelessly to plan the reopening of a territorial exchange store that would replace the PX. Rivera said it is a top priority for him to provide a store that would give National Guard soldiers and other eligible patrons access to discounted goods. He said in the letter that the Army and Air Force Exchange Service has no plans to reopen a PX on St. Croix. They have instead offered to provide funding to help the VI National Guard order and sell items from the Exchange Service's inventory. In turn, Ving would have to pay for sea and ground shipping from the exchange stores located in Puerto Rico or St. Thomas. Count on 2 to keep you updated. Turning our attention stateside, a 16-year-old student is in police custody following a stabbing spree at a high school near Pittsburgh. 20 people were hurt, 4 of them critically. Alexis Christophorus reports from Merceville, Pennsylvania. Keeping our eye on the economy, your online information could be in jeopardy because of a massive security breach discovered this week. It's codenamed Heartbleed and went undetected for more than 2 years. Security experts say it may have exposed millions of passwords, credit card numbers, and other personal information to hackers. Internet users should change their passwords. Here's the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. Everything up, the Dow 181, NASDAQ 70, S&P 20. Coming up on News 2, just a taste of one of the biggest annual events coming up on St. Croix, an opportunity for you to indulge in fine food and wines at the 14th annual Taste of St. Croix event that will take place on Thursday, April 10th. We'll be right back. Well, it's that time of the year again to indulge in fine food and wines at the 14th annual Taste of St. Croix event that will take place on Thursday, April 10th. This event has been recognized as the largest occasion of the St. Croix Food and Wine Experience Week. News 2's Shanika Robinson has details on the Taste of St. Croix and the remaining events.
The St. Croix Food and Wine Experience week-long events kicked off earlier this week, and on Thursday, April 10th, their largest event, the Taste of St. Croix, will come to life.
Well, the Taste of St. Croix is the anchor event of the whole week of the St. Croix Food and Wine Experience. It was created as a restaurant celebration, and we at the foundation are extremely appreciative of the fact they chose us to be their nonprofit partner.
The event features more than 50 local restaurants, over 20 wineries, and hundreds of wine as well as rums, beer, and more.
Taste of St. Croix will take place at Divi, Carina Bay Resort, and we'll have approximately 50 restaurants, caterers, wine distributors, and it'll be 2,000 people having an incredible time, followed by a champagne, a Moet Chandon champagne after party.
For the remaining events, the guest chefs and students will take part in the Sunset Barbecue on the pier in Frederiksted on Friday, April 11th.
That event excites us because it really gets to show our future. This year's motto is Culinary Futures. And what this does, it gives our young people experience working in the industry.
The week's events will be concluded with kids cooking, which will give the younger children ages 6 to 12 the opportunity to get some hands-on experience as well. The week-long activities with the infamous Taste of St. Croix event has given the island of St. Croix worldwide recognition.
The entire week was called by Forbes Travel as one of the 10 best international food festivals in the world. And St. Croix should recognize what's going on and the credit we've received and the credit we all deserve as a community. It's a great honor.
Shaniqua Robinson, News 2.
The Taste of St. Croix tickets are all sold out, but feel free to visit www.stcroixfoodandwine.com for information on the remaining upcoming events. The USVI Hotel and Tourism Association held a competition to select a junior chef for the USVI culinary team on April 7th at the lounge at the Ritz-Carlton. 4 competitors took the heat to prove they had the right ingredients to take over the kitchen with a mystery basket of ingredients. And the contestants were Danica Joseph and Brandy Burry from St. Thomas, and Kalaisha Jarris and Saif Brooks from St. Croix. Each round was followed by a tasting. The winner will earn a spot on the USVI culinary team, and the team will participate in several events locally and regionally throughout 2014, including the Taste of the Caribbean event in Miami, and that's in June. The Miss UVI ambassadorial competition is scheduled for Saturday, April 12th at 6:30 p.m. at the Reichel Center for the Arts. And here are the contestants: Kimberly Donovan, Elisa Thomas, Shanice Wilson, Sharisha Gums, and Nicole Etienne. The University of the Virgin Islands Student Government Association Queen's Committee is hosting the pageant that they say is a tribute to young women striving for excellence through education. This event is in its 34th year and designed to highlight the abilities, personalities, and intellect of their students. The winner will serve as a goodwill ambassador for the institution during the 2014-2015 academic school year. Good luck to all the contestants. CSVI is pleased to announce that it is that time of the year again. The CFVI Enrichment Grant Program is designed to work in partnership with community organizations or individuals who are providing enriching opportunities for children and youth in the Virgin Islands community. Now, the grants will support local nonprofits, schools, clubs, qualifying organizations, and individuals who are making available enriching opportunities for low to moderate income for young people. These grant amounts will range from $500 to $2,500. Applicants must provide details about their program and the selection process for the Community Foundation of the Virgin Islands. They will also be awarding annual scholarships based on these following criteria requirements right there on the screen. Now, the deadline to submit an enrichment grant application is April 13, 2014, and the deadline for scholarship applications is May 16, 2014. Work could begin as early as next year on a 15-mile bike path for St. Croix's South Shore. The bike path was proposed 10 years ago with plans to start work in phases, but the project has taken longer than expected. The Avis reported that senators revisited the bike path during a hearing late last month, and stakeholders said the bike path will soon become reality. Public Works is developing the plan for the fitness path, and Commissioner Darrell Smalls told senators construction is expected to begin in 2015. The path will run from Point Udall to Estate Humbug. We will keep you updated on that. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.